Good evening. My name is Father Rayappa. I am from the village called Ekattupadi near Vellore, South India. Today I am going to talk about a famous writer called Alice Walker. Does it ring the bell to you? Yeah. Color Purple, the author of the book, the famous book written in 1982, Color Purple. Remember the movie? Directed by Steven Spielberg, in which Oprah Winfrey and Whoopi Goldberg starring, no? Such an interesting movie. So Alice Walker was an African American. She grew up in white supremacist America, lot of discrimination, lot of black bashing. The black people suffered enough in 1940s and 50s. So basing on that experience, Alice Walker writes a famous novel, Color Purple, in which women are discriminated not only by white people, by their own black people. So women was depressed by white people as well as the black patriarchal community. So anyway, Alice Walker was born in 1944. She was a novelist, a short story writer, poet, and activist. She wrote the critically acclaimed novel, The Color Purple, in 1982, for which she won the National Book Award and the Pulitzer Prize for fiction. She also wrote Meridian and The Third Life of Grange, Copeland, among other books. In 1984, as I've repeated, Walker published what has become her best-known work, The Color Purple. The novel follows a young, troubled black woman fighting her way through not just racist white culture, but patriarchal black culture as well. The book became a bestseller and was subsequently adopted into a critically acclaimed 1985 movie directed by Steven Spielberg, featuring Oprah Winfrey and Whoopi Goldberg, as well as a 205 Broadway musical totaling 9-10 performances. She also has published a number of collections of short stories, poetry, and other writings. Her work is focused on the struggles of black people, particularly women, and their lives in a racist, sexist, and violent society. So this book is very practical book for Indian people, because here we also face the same kind of racism, caste system, how the Dalit people are exploited, depressed, and the poor people also should be considered as Dalit, and also agricultural communities should be considered as Dalits. So these are all exploited by middle class and the richer class of Indian society. So today this movie and the book is very relevant in our context in India. There is a beautiful quote in the book, Color Purple. I would like to read it for you. This writing is so beautiful. It comes from the heart of Alice Walker. It is not just a fiction, it's a reality. Even the book was a fiction, but this writing, what I'm going to read it for you, is real stuff, and it comes from our heart. I quote, "My first step away from the old white man was trees, then air, then birds, then other people. But one day, when I was sitting quiet and feeling like a motherless child, which I was, it came to me that feeling of being part of everything, not separate at all. I knew that if I cut a tree, my arm would bleed. And I laughed and I cried and I ran all around the house. I knew just what it was. In fact, when it happens, you can't miss it. Such a profound words. See, as a black person, she was sidelined. She was rejected by most of Americans, but also by her own family. And she felt like an orphan, like a motherless child. But she realized that we are not orphans at all, because we have a larger family. That is natural world, the trees, the birds, even the earth's elements like soil, water, air. All of them are relations. They are our brothers and sisters. So when she realized, she hugged the tree, and the tree never rejected her. She just heard the bird sang for her. It's not that the bird is having all answers. The birds sing because they have a song. So the natural world simply, they don't answer. Don't take it as an answer for all the problems, because they can tell you that you are not alone. That is the only one message. You are not alone. You are not orphan. I am with you. When the birds sing, when the horses gallop, when the cattle graze, when the fish jump from the water, all of them simply telling you that you are not alone. I am with you. Probably Jesus also says the same thing. I am with you until the end of the ages. So, through the natural world, through these creatures, God is with us. So probably Alice Walker realized this profound truth. So she never felt alone. And in connection, in relationship, we will never become orphans. Jesus also says, I will not leave you orphans anymore. Yeah, this is what it's all about. When the natural world is around us, I think God is with us, Jesus is with us, and we can never live in isolation, we know that. Only in union existence is possible. That is the truth. That is what Alice Walker is telling us. Have a nice day. Bye.